I'm not sure about this entry because I'm melting my own brain in the process. Oh, let's try and see how it goes. I'm familiar with this quip as the venom comes out immediately. Well, I found an opportunity, didn't I? You've probably heard this quip. Even if there were no God, man would find it a reason to invent one. I hope I have done the author justice. I'm close. I've never bothered to go and look it up, actually, for verbatim's sake, nor the author's, because I find it whimsical. I find it insulting. For me, personally. But then I thought, the meek shall inherit the meek shall inherit the earth. And then I thought, in no particular order, because that's the way my scrambled brains work, who would be more likely to need to invent a God? The person who holds the gold or the person who needs it? I would tend to gravitate towards, I would think the person who needs the gold is in need. So sure, if we're talking about needs, then add God to the, or a figment of the person's imagination. They have needs. The person who holds the gold doesn't have as many needs, if any, to speak of, in relation to the person who does not have the gold. If that's true, that my theory is true, I begin to look for, in my mind, very wealthy, powerful men whom I know to be quote unquote God-fearing men. I have to believe they're out there. Now, the person that penned this, I think, has some recognition. If I were to hear the name, I'd go, that's it. I don't know if, something Sanskritish. I don't know. I didn't give it enough credence to investigate it further. I've heard it said that the Lord will take your weakness and make it your strength. Perhaps it is even written, perhaps, but I cannot quote it. It's been this way with this child. He has taken my weaknesses and turned them into strengths. I used to smash things as a child, and an early teen. I was into drugs at that point, which just inflamed my OCD, my everything, enhanced it. That's not the right word. Magnified it. And now, for the bulk of my career, when I started my own business, I have taken that rage, unfounded rage, and I have, by the power of the Holy Ghost, I have flipped it 180 degrees. And I will now look at the Ziploc bag with hopefully most of the watch in it. And I will look at the client who doesn't care at that point. Just make it run. It is an open checkbook. And I will lovingly, slowly, patiently, oh so patiently, hours on end, to restore that vintage timepiece. There's a direct example of the Lord taking your infirmities, your weaknesses, and making them your strengths. I walked out, I still keep my hand in it. I walked out, I announced my retirement on absolute top. I had no competition. I was Victor the Cleaner. Cite La Femme Nikita. Where did I want to go with this? I have noticed that there seems to be a direct relationship. There seems to be. With the person whose IQ is higher, that the higher the person's IQ is, the less likely they are to need a God. I have found this to be so in my life, my walk, the people I've known. Is it that way for the rich too? Are they out there? They're very rich and they're very powerful who need a God. I wonder.